This is I guess this is our third podcast. This is our first guest, so I guess we can introduce him. Ramlover69. If you want to give a little you want to give a little introduction about yourself.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. This is Ramlover69, a internet personality, hauler of steel beams, and winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year awards. And can't forget the JD Power and Associates as well. Shout out JD Power.
That's awesome. Great introduction. What was that? What did you have to say about?
Oh yeah, it was. We're on Zoom. We are on Zoom for this this podcast. Unfortunately, we could not fly Ramlover out just because of COVID. Couldn't fly him out. But
Oh, honestly, I'd rather just drive in my Dodge Ram. I'd be protected by the 5-star safety rating anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh man. All right. All right. That was a perfect intro. So I guess we wrote down some questions. So I guess when did you start Ramlover? Because I know you got Instagram, Twitter. I'll plug everything, obviously.
Yeah. So Ramlover, we started that back in, I want to say it was like the end of 2018. We were on Twitter as like Dodge Ram 6969, and we had like 4,500 followers, and we didn't really know what we were doing. But it kind of took off, and we were getting some funny responses, like replying in Barstool, Sports Center, ESPN, Bleacher Report, basically any big account that had a lot of followers. We were just trying to be the top comment. And we added like our own sense of humor, stuff like that into it. At about 4,500 followers, like I said, I forget exactly what happened, but the account got suspended. And then we were another like Dodge account that got suspended at around like 8,000, and then Ramlover69 got suspended at 89.3. That was like October of last year, so about a year ago.
Okay, I feel like I remember that. Yeah, because we made videos.
And then Instagram, I think I started that March of like 2019. Same thing, was just trying to be like the top comment, post memes, and kind of just shit post, talk about how good Dodge Rams are. That kind of took off as well too. I forget exactly when the merch started, but we realized that we had a couple good catchphrases and slogans like "I hate terrorists" and "Sorry, your parents are related." That we knew we could try to merchandise that, and the sales are doing, I would say, about good enough that it's worth keeping the site up. So,
I mean, yeah, that's what's up. Did you have any inspiration at all from anybody, or was this like original idea?
Yeah, so there was a little bit of background on it. Is we like Coach Letterman on Twitter, 3-year Letterman, and Barry McCockner.
Yeah.
So, like, those were like two accounts that we saw a lot of humor in, and we were trying to figure out like what kind of account we could do to make jokes about something and have it take off the way that those two have, and include the trolling. So there was actually a few accounts before Ramlover that just never took off. I want to say one was like vegan liberal hippie douche. There was a Chevy Tahoe account at one time. I think that one we just ended up changing like the @ to Dodge Ram 6969. The reason we did that is because when you see like the commercials, like the truck or car commercials, are always like, "This is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year." Whatever. We just thought it was like those funny things from the commercials that we could repeat over and over and over on Twitter that would kind of just stick and become funny.
So with that, because your niche, I mean, you said like, well, obviously you boast about how good Dodge Rams are, and then just like shit on all the other truck companies, specifically my Tacoma. It's okay, I accept it. What made did you make it about Dodge Ram just because it kind of answered, just because like you love Dodge Ram so much, or did you just know like the content?
So No, we just it just Googled like what is the Motor Trend Truck of the Year, and it was the Dodge Ram. So honestly, like had the Ford F-150 or anything else won that year, which it wouldn't have because they're shit. I would have been a totally different account, but thank God the Dodge Ram won in 19 and then went back to back in 2020. We're looking for a three-peat next month or November. It's when they do Motor Trend's Truck of the Year awards. So
Next Thursday.
That's October. October. Shit.
That's insane.
yeah, next Thursday is Trucktober. So we got a nice couple 2 months coming up here.
Yeah. Do you like? Because I know you like post like because we only follow so many people on Buddy I'm Laughing just because we have our own personals, so we follow like a bunch of other shit on that.
Yep.
When because like you just ass blast memes, like how do you like? Are you like backlog for like weeks? Like how do you consistently put out content?
It's kind of honestly it's kind of a crapshoot. There'll be times where like I'll feel like I'm in kind of a drought and I won't have anything to post, and then I'll have to get creative, and then that's when I'll make my own memes.
Yeah.
But I would say 20% of the content I post on like Instagram, for example, is a meme I created, whereas like 80% is something that I've found and I thought it was funny, or I edited it slightly to make it better.
Okay.
A lot of people in my DMs send me memes and stuff to post, and if I get something from somebody, typically I'll try to shout them out for sending it to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
One thing.
A lot of the Instagram too was the biggest way that took off was being like the top comment on Barstool Sports or Bleacher Report or whatever other account.
Yeah.
And actually Barstool and Bleacher Report have both restricted my comments, which means I can still comment, but nobody can see it.
Damn,
Just me and just that account can see it. Nobody else can. So that kind of sucks.
damn, I wonder. So like, could me and you do that to other people or do you have to just be huge, verified or something?
No, like you can. So what I would do is typically like I would turn on post notifications for an account. And if I got the notification on my phone, I would just open up the post and immediately try to make it about Dodge Rams.
Yeah.
And then I would always like my own comment.
Mm-hmm.
So it had one like right away.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, once it gets 2, 3, 4, 5 likes, whatever, right off the bat, it'll always be the top comment. One account that's actually been really good to me lately is Old Row Official. They'll like and they'll pin my comments. So even if it isn't the top comment, it'll be up on the top anyway.
Wow, and they're technically affiliated with Barstool too.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how that works. Old Row loves me. Barstool is kind of so and so.
That's crazy. Because I know, yeah. Because I mean, that's what I like. Because like, I found out about that strategy just like looking up like how to grow on Instagram and all that crap. Well, I mean, that's obviously that's how I found you first. Like, you followed us through, I guess, TFM. I was like, holy shit! Like, this
Yeah.
notorious for those comments.
Yeah, TFM posted your video like Hit It and Quit It Part 1.
Yeah.
I think when you guys like first started off like a couple hundred on Instagram, and I saw it and I was like, damn, this is funny.
A lot of whenever we get, because like TFM would post that video, that was like our least favorite. That's like the TFM's audience least favorite video. I'd probably say.
We got absolutely shit on for that video, but it helped us tremendously just because of how.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to take the good with the bad.
Exactly.
Any video like I mean, it's just a bunch of like TFM like frat guys. Obviously, is their followers. So every time they post us, like, yeah, there's good, but there's a lot of like shit talking. Like,
yeah, there's probably a bunch of comments of people who aren't successful themselves, and they're just trying to shit on you because they feel bad. They probably just go home and drive in their Prius or whatever. So
they're terroristic vehicles.
Yeah.
That's funny. Because like I think we've made like burners where we've done like top comment. What was that one with the?
I've seen them come.
Oh yeah,
we've had a few burners that we just kind of mess around with. We'll comment on our own videos with the burners
to help.
Yeah.
To try and help. We'll just say funny stuff on our own videos, on other people's videos and stuff like that.
And
with our burners.
I mean, we were like not successful. We got like 40 followers from just top comments.
Yeah,
but like so.
Yeah.
It's definitely a grind. Like, yeah, because like like every time I open up Barstool's post, or I used to, like any like big account that I know you follow, like I'm looking for the Halts, Steel Halt beat or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was honestly Barstool was a big reason that I'm at where I am on Instagram. Because like even if I didn't comment on something, people would be in the comments, hey, where's that Ram Lover guy, or where's the Dodge guy?
Yeah.
Or top comments on Barstool, and then it would be like to save you a click or a scroll or whatever, and one guy would just post whatever comments he thought were going to be coming.
Yeah, that's over.
So you were talking about being restricted from like Barstool and one other account. Has there been anybody that's just totally blocked you or like DM'd you?
Yeah, dude, I get a lot of like I've been blocked by, like, I get blocked a lot on Twitter. I would feel like I know OJ Simpson blocked me.
Oh my, awesome.
Because he posted some video and right away it was something about what he was doing for that weekend, and then I responded like, Nicole isn't doing anything this weekend. Brandy Love just blocked me, and so did Mia Khalifa. She blocked me a while ago. Ellie Schnitt from Barstool, she recently left. She blocked me, but she wrote a blog. I can send you guys the link to it. She wrote a blog about like Twitter's mute function and how it doesn't work or something, and I'm basically like the star of the blog.
Damn, that's awesome. That's an accomplishment of that, right? Yeah.
And then there's a lot of like hate DMs too, where people are like, "Yo, Dodge sucks, fuck you," or whatever else did. A lot of comments about transmissions, but it's not 1995 anymore, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah. I was about to ask you, like, what does your hate comments look like? Because we get some pretty ruthless like kids in our DMs.
Yeah. The one other one that I see a lot is like Dodge and Ram. They split in like, I think 2009, 2010. So when I say like Dodge Ram all the time, people tell me like, oh, it's just Ram anymore. So then I have this like one meme that basically just says I don't care about it, and I just send it back to them.
Yeah, that's good. Because like you should tell them about how he like diffuses all the trolls.
Yeah. So it's like out of all three of us, it's my job to answer the shitty DMs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because there's been at least like 3 or 4 instances where I'll get in like this weird back and forth conversation with some random douchebag, and then I'll end up like switching their position and making them like they just turn into like, oh my god, you guys are so cool, like I'll follow you.
It's 5 to 10.
The one thing that I've noticed, and it'll probably help you guys a little bit too, the more edgy you are with somebody that like shits on you, typically they're like, oh shit, you responded. Like I think they're just doing it to like try to get your attention, and they're not expecting it.
Yeah, right.
And then when they get it, they like completely turn around.
They're like, oh, they noticed.
Yeah. I've had people on Twitter where I've absolutely like murdered them, and they thought it was so funny that they followed me, and then they like tweeted out to their followers to follow me.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's the best way to do it. Like, I mean, like, yeah, because like it happens so many times. Like he's so good at that like every time like I'll look open a shit DM, like it's literally his job. Because I can't.
Yeah. I had this one the other day where this guy sent me, he was like, hey man, do you want to work together? And like I get these all the time where it's somebody like trying to get me to pay for something where then I promote their account, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So this guy was like, hey, I have all these followers on Snapchat and I could shout you out and it would get you this many new followers, but like I need you to post my SoundCloud or something. So I was like, send me your SoundCloud link, right? And then I listened to it, and it was just dog shit. So I told him it was shit, and I wasn't working with him because his music sucked. And then he like started just trashing me in the DMs, so I blocked him. And then an account where it was a woman with like the same last name started DMing me. So I think the guy had like a burner where it was his mom or something. It was really weird. Like starts DMing, and he was just like, hey man, like really appreciate your content, like your page makes me laugh, hoping that I would like realize it wasn't him and just be like, oh, thanks for the support. And then So I responded to that one, like, I think you're the same guy that I just blocked. And he was like, yeah, I am. So I blocked him again. And he came at me with like 5 different accounts, bro.
Jeez,
So it was just like for a 1 week period, I didn't respond to any DMs until this guy like finally stopped.
yeah, that's bad. Shit.
So is it just you behind the account, or are there multiple people?
There's one other friend of mine. He's actually like I would say the OG. Him and I are college buddies. He isn't so active with it right now just because he was the one that was running the Twitter that got to 89,000 that got suspended. And what Twitter does with IP addresses is they we've been trying to run him in and get him back, but I'm not giving him access to the Twitter account right now because I'm afraid he's going to get it suspended with his IP address. So what we're trying to do is have him start these other little accounts for something else and just see if they last for like 6 months. So we had one that was like, it was literally just like at coronavirus 19 or something. And it was all about COVID and how people are going to get sick. And it was just a troll account, but that one got suspended because of the IP address. So then he did like Cybertruck Lover. And within like a month, that one got suspended. But all he did with that one was respond to my stuff and basically just try to get clout off of me. But then I would respond to him because I knew it was him.
Yeah.
But like the other people didn't know that. So
I didn't realize Twitter was that deep with their.
Yeah, Twitter's soft as fuck.
I thought they were the most like uncensored. People post like fucking porn.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff's like fair game, but anytime you put, like right now, there's 2 big things that Twitter's doing. They're like anybody that's like posting misleading information about COVID or the election, they're like flagging it and then banning it, and banning the accounts. And then the other thing too is like there's a big part of the sports world on Twitter that like does like fan accounts or parody accounts. And I kind of fall in that because I'm like a fan, like parody of Dodge Ram. And if you don't list that in your profile and say that you're not associated and somebody reports that you're like imitating Ram trucks, for example, you can get blocked and suspended that way too.
That makes sense because like
They think you're impersonating. So for example, like if you were a big account that was a fan of LeBron or Michael Jordan or whatever, but you didn't say that you weren't them, and people, thought you were for whatever reason, that's a pretty quick way to get blocked on Twitter.
We've been trying to up our Twitter game because like we just tweet out of our asses, but because Twitter's hard. Like out of all of our platforms, like Twitter's like our like least gained upon. So like
Yeah. The big thing with Twitter that I've noticed is it's the same, dude, it's the same as Instagram with the comments. Just take like 10 accounts, your TFN, Old Row, Barstool, Bleacher Report, ESPN, and try to, not necessarily spam their comments, but, try to have some sort of funny comment that draws people in, and kind of cue that humor or that like niche to what you're looking for. If you have a certain type of people that are going to follow you and find you funny, you got to kind of make that comment towards them.
That makes sense. And then I was for because like with your like way that you do your top comments, like because you always have to, like I know you have like a script where it's like you obviously you got it better than me, like the 1,200 steel. I always see it, but like
the 12,000 pounds of steel beams.
Yeah.
So
copied it.
So I don't even have like notes or anything in my phone. Like what I do is I just, every time I make a comment, it's like organic and I type the whole thing out.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of the same things that I repeat over and over, but it's basically how can I relate this to Dodge and, make it towards trucks.
Yeah. I guess, well, yeah, it's like, damn. It's pretty witty because I guess you still got to relate it.
It's tough sometimes, dude. Like there's times where I'll be sitting there and I'll just be like looking and trying to figure out how I'm going to piece it together. But usually the ones that where I have to struggle or think a little bit more are the ones that are a little bit better because they're more creative or there's something new that I haven't tweeted. You know, I've done 12,000 pounds of steel beams enough times as a comment that everybody who's seen my stuff knows that that's associated with me. So when I comment something new and it's not associated with it, it usually does a little bit better.
Yeah. And then, shit, I just had something I thought. Oh shit, see, with like top comments, like what's like the most success like? Cause like I commented on like I think Barstool like a week ago and I got like 8,000 likes, but like maybe that only converted to like 5-10 followers. Like what's like the most success you've had with like a ridiculous like top comment?
So are you talking about like Twitter or Instagram?
I guess like both.
So on Twitter, I would say that the most I've had, I think on this account that I'm currently on, is maybe a couple thousand. And anytime that I do like better on a tweet, it's typically because of how well the tweet did itself. You know, so it has to be one of those viral tweets that got like 50,000 likes for me to get a couple thousand. If it's just a regular tweet that gets 100 likes, well, then it's kind of proportionate to how well that actual tweet does. But one thing that I do is I think I just hit 8,400 today on Twitter. There's people that have like my post notifications on, so they'll see every tweet that I tweet, but a lot of my followers don't. So what I do to make sure that they see my replies and it gets put on their timeline right away is I'll retweet my own replies. Then it gets put on all my followers' timelines. They like it, they retweet it, it'll do better. There's times that my reply to the tweet will do better than the actual tweet.
Like right away, do you retweet it or do you like wait a couple hours?
I usually do it right away if I think it's funny. Usually the thing too with Twitter and Instagram is like if there's a post that's a minute or two old, you want to comment on it right away versus it being an hour old. Because after an hour, there's all those people who have already seen it. It's not new to them anymore. So when they see it again, they'll scroll.
Yeah. No, you got it. Oh, so yeah. But God, I keep losing my train of thought. Oh, so yeah, so like, cause like our way of growing is like literally you can't really grow on Instagram unless like you do the top comment strategy or like someone like TFM specifically because when they repost our stuff, then we'll like gain like hundreds of followers. Like even like one case TFM posted our video, and we got like 1,000 followers. But I feel like for you, I guess specifically Instagram, is it more like because you're like always like ripping top comments. I guess your growth is probably slower but more gradual than ours because ours is like we'll be at like 5K for like 3 months, get reposted and hit 6K like overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mine I think is all correlated to the amount of work that I do. If I am doing a ton of comments, I'll notice my followers going up. It's kind of all like how much you put into it, and it's kind of all how well the posts do too. You know, if you reply to an account and you only get 5 likes, well, you're not a lot of people are going to see it. Not a lot of people are going to follow you. But if you're the top comment on a Barstool post and 8,000 people like it, you'll probably gain 100 to 200 followers. So that's how I grew a bit, like a lot at the ton at first. But now, like I would say it's just been kind of gradual. I would say like every month I get about 500 to 1,000 new followers on Instagram.
Still pretty good. Yeah.
Every once in a while too, like if I like don't really have anything to post or I'm just busy or like I can't get online or whatever, there's times where that's happened, and then like an account will do one of two things. So like there was one time where Full Send posted like a video of a Dodge Ram, and I comment on their stuff pretty regularly, and I was just like sleeping when they posted it. And there was a ton of comments like, where's Ram Lover? Where's the Dodge guy? All this. And I woke up and I had all these new followers because people kept tagging me in the comments. And then there was one where Old Row posted like, you guys seen that, like that PBR 99 pack?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that big case of beer. Like they didn't know how to, like somebody was like, how do you get that thing home? And then Old Row commented like, well, we'll let Ram Lover take this one. And they tagged my account. So then I got in there and I replied to it right away. And I got a ton of followers that day because of Old Row.
Yeah. That's cool. We've only had like one success with Old Row. They posted, I think I hit it and quit it. And I think that gained like 1,000. But like,
yeah.
like our best success is like TFM, because like I send every single video to Barstool, but like they'd rather post like some snacking shit. So like I don't know.
Yeah, well, Barstool too, they post more like just random videos where it's like you filming your buddy like falling on his face or something versus like what you guys do where it's more skits or like, comedy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a little bit different. They kind of are more like a America's Funniest Home Videos versus like a comedy page.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that because like it got cracked by or got posted by Barstool. I mean, I'm still gonna ass blast them with like.
Oh yeah, dude, ass blast the shit out of them. Like, see, here's the thing too, because how many people have they hired that they've realized were like good on social media?
So many.
So they'll notice that you're doing that and they go, oh, hey, these guys are pretty funny. Maybe we should figure out a way for them to do content for us.
Yeah, that is true. Ideal world. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, that's. I feel like that's what happened with us and TFM.
I mean, we don't work.
No, we don't
But,
work.
like,
We don't
he,
work
like,
for them, but
like we built like a relationship.
that's what I'm saying.
Where like
Yeah.
he would.
Yeah.
Like I got his like like we're like I could I expect like a reply like not yes or no, but like they're always seeing the shit I send them.
Yeah. No, and that's I would say I don't send stuff to Oldro, but they notice my stuff enough, like where they'll like my posts on Instagram, they'll like my comments, they'll pin my comments on Twitter, they'll retweet me every once in a while.
Yeah.
I had like a tweet the other day that was just defund Honda Ridgelines. That's all it said in all caps. They had like 2 retweets, 6 likes, and then they retweeted it, and they have 250,000 followers, and then like it took off.
Yeah. And then TikTok's a big thing too.
Oh yeah.
Because the old Rose on TikTok.
Yeah, so TikTok's the one that TikTok's hard. I've had 2 videos go like I would say like gangbusters where they got like over 100,000 views, and then both times they got removed.
Yeah.
And then like the difference with I've had like my top like reply or like my top comment ever was on TikTok. It got like 30,000 some likes. It was on a Johnny Sins video where I was like, thank you for protecting us on the front lines, because he was like just as a doctor or something. But like the thing with TikTok is you can't do post notifications. So like every time Barstool posts a video, I don't get a notification. So like you have to be on TikTok and like just be on their page as they post it. Otherwise you're never going to be like the top comment.
Yeah.
And like I just don't have a ton of videos and stuff like for my account. So it's kind of tough for me to post content on there. So TikTok's just kind of the one that I do like if I feel like doing something different. But the one thing with TikTok that I like is I can post it into Instagram like through a story or like a post. And I have my Instagram linked to Facebook too. So then it'll automatically, like if I post a TikTok and link it to Instagram, it'll then post on Facebook too. So I post once and it goes onto 3 different platforms, which is kind of nice.
Wow. We need to hop on Facebook. I keep thinking that, like, I don't know, because like I just don't know, like if our content's like when I think of Facebook, I think of family. So like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, who's that guy? Trevor Wallace. I feel like he got really big off Facebook first. Like that White Claw video was probably all over Facebook before it was anywhere else.
That makes sense, because that's like not saying it's White Claw or family, but everyone knows what a White Claw is. Like.
But yeah, and he does that sketch kind of comedy or skit comedy like you guys do.
Yeah.
And the one thing that we've noticed is, and I don't know how it would work for you guys, one of the keys to us doing well on Facebook is like, so I'll post a meme or a video or whatever on Instagram. It'll upload to Facebook automatically. And then I will go into Dodge Ram groups that have like 70,000 members. And I'll share it into that group, like from this like fake profile that we have created associated with our account. Like the creator of Ram Lover on Facebook is this fake profile that we made. And I'll go on that, I'll log into that fake profile and I'll share out our video to these Dodge Ram groups that have 50 or 70,000 people in it. And I'll be like, hey, did you guys see this shit? And then all these people will just go to our page and like our page or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think our Facebook right now has like 6,000 or 7,000 like fans.
Have you ever tried like because I used to try this with like videos, like I would put it in like Reddit groups. Have you ever tried that?
So Reddit is like we have like a group for Reddit, but we haven't really done enough for it to make it like a community and actually tell people what the link is yet. And the one thing with Reddit that we want to do is grow like a strong following. And the person that I kind of get this idea from, if you know who Kirill was here is, he is like an internet personality that he was just known for like, I think he was a photographer and he would work at clubs, but he would like party all the time and he'd be like spraying champagne on people and just doing all this crazy shit. And he's gotten like suspended on like Twitter and Instagram like probably 100 times. And he would create this Reddit group and Reddit wouldn't ban him. So then anytime he created a new Instagram or whatever, he would just post it into that Reddit group and then all these people would follow him. So right now on like Instagram, he's probably got a couple 100,000 followers just because all these people on Reddit flocked back to the page.
So I got to ask the golden question. Does Ram Lover 69 own a Dodge Ram?
Yes, I have a 2013 Ram 1500 Bighorn. It's burnt orange. It's got about 65,000 miles on it. I bought it at about 45,000. I got it little over a year ago. Kind of as Ram Lover was taking off, I thought it would be kind of hypocritical if Ram Lover did not drive a Dodge Ram.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, you have anything else?
What's your vendetta against Paul Walker? That's what I need to know.
Ooh.
Oh, well, he was in 2 underage relationships with 16-year-old girls. So that's, I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah, I remember on his birthday, you were everywhere just ass blasting the head.
Yeah, well, he's a pedophile, so.
Well, yeah, I guess that brings me like how like because like we draw the lines with videos like sometimes like
we have written a lot of videos and we sit down, we go through it, we read through it, or we film the whole video.
And I'm like editing it. I'm like, guys, I can't fucking post this.
Yeah.
Like same thing with like.
There was a tweet recently that I was a little bit worried about, but it ended up having a pretty good reaction. So back a couple months ago when Bubba Wallace was in the news for NASCAR and like that noose being in his garage, the race after, what they do before they start a NASCAR race is they push all the cars to the start before they start. So there was that like big moment where every driver and every pit crew helped him push his car to the front in a show of support. So like ESPN was like a great rally around Bubba Wallace as every crew shows support for him. And I was like, no, they're just pushing his car because it's a Chevy. It's broken down. And I was like a little bit worried about that one just because it's a touchy subject. And I would understand if people were mad. And I tweeted it and I immediately was like, I need to delete this. Yeah. But I let it run and it actually did pretty well. And I didn't really get any backlash for it. So I think because I made my comment about something completely unrelated is why it was okay.
Yeah, like that's good. No, that because like it's not like you directly referred to it. You're kind of just doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think that's the biggest thing too is to just try to stay like neutral on a lot of that stuff. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, you're not going to be able to make everybody happy. But I've never seen a sad motherfucker driving a Dodge Ram.
Yeah, we definitely run into that a lot.
Because like especially top 10 athletes, that's where we run into it, and like we'll think of an idea. I'm like,
dude, those top 10 athletes are so fucking funny.
Dude, we have some names backlog that we just can't use,
or like references, because it's like Mike Hawk from Upper Eastern Technical. Like sometimes we'll like what was the one with Adrian Peterson?
The one, and well, I mean the one we posted
we made an Adrian Peterson joke.
Oh yeah,
but
the one we posted was Ray pissed Penn State.
Like
and
like that's
about that. But then
and that's funny if you have a sense of humor.
Yeah,
but the problem with everybody now is that they're soft and they probably drive a Kia Soul.
Yeah, and then it's like because like we love posting those videos, but like I can't even post that on TikTok anymore because like TikTok. Everything, and then like
pedophilia of Michigan State.
Yeah, pedophilia
of Michigan State gymnastics coach.
You can make the connection there.
Yeah.
Maybe that one we had to cut. We're like, no.
still the funniest top 10 is just when it's like Mike Hoochie. Like you're like all redneck and shit. That one's funny as hell to me.
Mike, oh,
Yeah.
like we want to keep doing those, but like we're almost out of names at this point. Like like maybe like every other month.
Yeah, that's the thing is you get to a point where you're just like, damn, like how far can we keep stretching this joke? I think you guys have done a pretty good job getting as many of those in as you could.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know if you noticed, like our past one, what month was it? June? August. The latest one, the last one we uploaded. Like half, like it's top 10 athletes. Like they're not even athletes anymore.
Yeah.
Like they're like HVAC guys. Like
yeah. Well, the one that I liked with the continuation was the frat draft.
Mm.
Yeah. You get to like round 3, and then it's like his beer pong record is like 1-87.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan actually, like the guy that runs TFM, he actually helped us out with that. He was like, because we would send him like the regular frat drafts, and he's like, "Yo, you should make one where it's like they're all shitty picks." And I was like,
"Yeah." Well, and it's funny that it was like the 4th round or whatever. Like these are just the fringe guys.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Shit, that one kid that shit himself at a darty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions for us.
Yeah. So how did you guys get the idea to start your own channel and make your own videos? Or were you guys just fucking around one day, or?
Yeah, so like, I mean, I've been making videos like because I skateboard, like film, like lacrosse on my personal. So I've been making videos my whole life. And then like I saw like people like Trevor Wallace and Jimmy Tatro.
Yeah, Jimmy Tatro is cool as shit.
Yeah, so we've all been huge fans of Jimmy Tatro for years, and I was like, shit, like, because we went to community college together, and then I was like, shit, like, we made like 2 skits. I don't know if you saw them. It was like how to quit juuling, and then
that one I've seen.
That was like our first video we ever filmed together, and then I posted on my personal, and then like a bunch of like our like friends liked it, and then I was like, okay, shit, maybe we can turn this into something, and then we filmed Hit It and Quit It Part 1. Was it?
That was after we created.
Yeah, and then it was like early because like we were just dicking around. Like we didn't expect, like, not saying we're big, we didn't expect to get any traction at all. And then like once Hit It and Quit It got posted by TFM, like that was like the most like not life changing, but like I was like, holy shit, like people can actually do this. So then we just like continued.
Yeah. No, and that kind of reminds me of like what my buddies and I did in college. We just didn't do it as much as you guys do. I lived in an apartment with 4 of my best friends, and we would just make videos of dumb shit all the time, and we would just release them on YouTube. I think they're still up like somewhere, but we did like we made like a 10 or 20 minute show once a week. We only did like 3 or 4 episodes, and then we would do like random like 1-minute videos or whatever else of like bloopers or stuff we couldn't use but that we still wanted to post.
Yeah.
So
that's sweet. 20 minutes? Holy crap. I must have.
Dude, that one, like, so you know how like you made all the videos? I was the one who I was like filming a lot of it, and I was like editing everything and uploading. I wasn't really in the videos.
Yeah, that's why like I try to hop in on.
So it was kind of tough because it's a lot of work, and then like YouTube uploads just take forever, especially when it's like a 10-minute video or whatever. So like the stuff was just but we did the same thing. Like we didn't really make a page for it or anything. We would just like send the link to all of our friends and be like, hey, watch this shit that we made.
Yeah, that's sweet. Because I didn't know you had like a background in that, so that's cool. But it makes sense, like creative, like almost like most people like have like a background in some kind of like video. I feel like everyone at some point made videos. I don't know, not to like this scale, but yeah.
Yeah, just little like things that they think are funny or fucking around or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the other question I got for you guys is like how do you get some of the ideas that you guys make, or like the characters, or when you do like a certain skit like the Ty Pennington home repair, or like I can't think of what it was called. It was like Day with a Redneck or something like that, where basically the whole video was about you, and it was just following you around as you were doing dumb shit. Like, how do you come up with those ideas?
Really, it kind of just like comes to us. Like we've done this like in the beginning. It was
in
weird.
the beginning, we kind of rip off other people.
We would rip off other people, and then we kind of just like if something funny came to mind, we'd play off it. And now it's kind of gotten to a point where we kind of like live our lives looking or like thinking of funny stuff we can make a video out of.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's I'd say it's pretty natural at this point.
Yeah, like we have like more of like shit that we cross out.
Yeah.
And then like original ideas, like me and him really like we all do, but me and him specifically, we come up with a lot of parody ideas. So, like Ty Pennington was me, like concept, and then we all write it together. And then Antonio Clown was him, and then we have like Amari video, like Amari, like You're Not the Father.
Yeah.
We have that one in the works. We need to film. We have like MTV Cribs in the works. Like I really like filming parodies because I just like shitting on things. So,
yeah. Oh yeah. And parody humor is always going to be funny as long as you can take like a funny take on it and then you have that platform to like spit it back out. Parody humor will always be funny. I mean, look at Saturday Night Live. It's been around for like 40 years.
Yeah. I just like I hate to say it, but like I'd say like 75% of our videos are us shitting on something. But like that's kind of like humor. I don't know, because like if it's like if you didn't think we were funny, then you think we're just like three butthurt douchebags. But like if you think funny.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that a lot of people online are just there to be negative and there to be, hey, this guy's just a clown or a douchebag or whatever. I think part of the thing that I do is I just try to break up all that negativity and sensitivity and stuff, and just give people a quick laugh, kind of break up their day a little bit, because it's so easy to fall into that rabbit hole of Facebook or Twitter or whatever else and just be like, man, all this sucks.
Yeah, and then I feel like not too many people are making comedy videos. I mean, there are like there's like Trevor and like Jimmy doesn't make them anymore like on Instagram. So like we don't see that many people making videos that we make. So like I feel like it's original, but yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, a lot of your guys' stuff, like it's like how they come up with this, or even just like the certain things like the McDonald's skit from like last week. Like, just like, oh, hey, we could video edit this. Like, you still got to come up with like, hey, I could do this as a background, or I could do that, or like, cutting in that video of the manager and the customer fighting. Like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we include this other content into ours on our own original, way, or put our own spin on it?
Yeah, totally. Because we filmed that one a year ago, and then we did it because like obviously like the Travie, or what is it?
Travie. Yeah, the Travie Patty.
That's like popular now. So like we try to hit trends. Like I'm sure you have to try to hit trends too. Like that's hitting trends.
Yep, that's the biggest thing is just whatever's popular at the time and whatever anybody's searching for, you got to try to put your own spin on it and just make it funny so that way people are interacting with it, retweeting it, or liking it, sharing it, whatever else they're doing.
Yeah, totally. You guys have anything else?
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean,
it was awesome meeting you, man.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. No, it was cool, chatting with you guys too. It's been cool to see you guys. I've been following you guys on Instagram since probably like your first couple hundred followers. So it's kind of cool to see where you guys are now.
We freaked out a little when you followed us.
Yeah, because I was like,
yeah. No, it was funny. I seen the Hit It and Quit It video and I laughed at that. I was like, that's funny. Because like it reminded me a lot of me and my college buddies. We would do dumb shit like that all the time. Yeah. And I was like, these kids are funny, and like I'll follow them and I'll keep up on their videos. So then like I saw that you guys were posting videos weekly, and I was like, yeah, I'll just follow along as long as they keep doing that. Each week, like you guys would put in the story like, oh, it's dropping an hour. I'd be like, damn, there's new buddy. I'm laughing. Like, this is sick.
That's sweet. No, I love when like people like our friends like fans are like, oh yeah, where's the video? Or like it's like they know like Mondays are shit. Like we're just gonna keep trying to ride that out as long as we can.
Yep. Yeah, it was. And then it was cool to see, kind of cool to see you guys go into TikTok and do what you're doing there. I mean, it's quite impressive to see what you guys have done on that platform and kind of how quickly it's all taken off. So.
Yeah, it's TikTok. TikTok's hard, but like once you just gotta ass blast on that too. Like we just like if you follow us, I think you post like every day in our apartment, we'll just make like one stupid video. Hopefully.
Yeah. And the nice thing about TikTok is you can make your videos 10, 15 seconds long or whatever. They're nice just for like that short attention span. Versus like on Instagram or whatever else, if you're going to post a 1 or 2 minute video, it's a little bit different. You know, you got to hope that that person's going to stay along with you for that whole video. Otherwise, if it's not funny to them, they'll keep scrolling.
Well, if you wanted to like plug all your socials, that'd be great.
Yeah. So Twitter is at getrammed69. Instagram.com/ramlover_69. I believe Facebook is facebook.com/DodgeRamLover69. And then there's also a Facebook group. I think it's just called Truck Memes. But if you look under the Ram Lover 69 Facebook page, you'll see it on there. And then also the website where there's merchandise, ramlover69.com. And then the other plug that I have is your local Dodge dealer. And there's more information in every Dodge Ram owner's manual.
There you go. That's perfect. And I'll plug everything like down below. But thank you for hopping on.
Yeah, I'll send you all the links.
Yeah, please.
All right. Nice to meet you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Peace.
Let's wrap up the video. All right, so
while
we just had while we're here, we look like idiots. All right, so we just had the Ram Lover 69 on the podcast. If you're watching to this point, I want to say that.
Yeah, that was great. Ram Lover we've been a fan of Ram Lover for a long time. It was awesome to talk to him, and
it was good to have our first guest on the podcast.
That too, yeah.
Hopefully we can get more. This is the 3rd episode, so hopefully we can keep rolling.
Great guy alert.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.